I told y'all if anything major pops off, uh, death, arrest, divorce, crime. If anything, pops off, I'm gonna definitely cover it. Um, so here we are. Here we are. So apparently, Yada's wife, Asia, however you pronounce her name, she apparently, and I kind of knew that this was happening um, as of like last week because she unfollowed Yada. They unfollowed each other. Some people were talking about it in the comments and things like that. And now to find out that he beat her, he blacked her eye. He put his hands on her apparently while she was, I think, postpartum or while she was pregnant. We're gonna get into the video to get the exact breakdown of what's going on. We're gonna read her full statement and then not make this too long today, but we're gonna still cover this stuff. Feel me? If anything major happens, like the situation that's happening right now, we definitely got to cover this stuff. So shout out to everybody in the building, man. Long time no see. Um, oh yeah, oh yeah. He's definitely been beating her uh, 4 years, and like I said, we've done videos in the past on Yada. We've already broke down who Yada is, who he's connected to. How he's tied to Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh, Nature Boy, Sonetta. He's connected to this conscious community space, and he's done poly with one of the victims that testified against Nature Boy. Um, he had a few of his members that came from Nature Boy's own cult that joined his little group on top of a mountain, the Yadian village or whatever it's called. Okay, and then apparently something happened, and he then converts. He sees the rise of the manosphere, which is more like a sector on YouTube, to where people are talking about relationships, dating, marriage, things like that, right? And he then, he contorts his content and his views and his way of life to match the manosphere, right? To match what narrative that he wanted to push in the manosphere, right? So in the manosphere, they bash women majority of the time. That's pretty much all they do in the manosphere or the red pill space. And Yada took a different approach. He took the Derek Jackson approach. And if y'all don't know who Derek Jackson is, right? He is a guy that talked about relationships that helped women get into relationships, and basically he told women what they wanted to hear. And you end up finding out he's abusing his wife, he's cheating on his wife, um, so on and so forth, right? Yada took that blueprint and basically became the 50-50 man, like basically saying if you are living 50-50, um, then you shouldn't be in a relationship, right? That a man should pay 100% of the bills. A man should, cash app his girl 15,000, just out the blue. He's the guy that says that you should pay your wife to give birth, and he gave his wife 100K or something like that, like a year and things like that, right? So that was his online image, right? And when we were talking about Young Pharaoh, we talked about how he still got people fooled because of the status he once had, right? The image that YP built all them years ago still has people fooled to this day, right? And even so fooled that they're willing to help him uh, bum out like he's doing right now, based off that image that he was able to paint. Yada is the same one, and if anything, he's probably more of out of Brother Polite, Nature Boy, and all these people. I don't know his financial situation and things like that, but based on being able to avoid prison time, being able to avoid the allegations that Brother Polite, Nature Boy, and others have got, he's actually one of the more successful of these conscious spiritual scammers to make it out. You know what I mean? He's actually one of the more successful ones. He's been able to actually, you know, scam a lot of people, in my opinion, based off what we've seen from following him since the beginning. He's made a lot of money, and based off the image that he painted online, it looked like he's living the life that Solar wanted to live. with the big mansion, the nice fancy cars, you know, the suits every day type shit. Like that's this image that Yada painted online, which we're gonna get into in a second. So we've seen the switch up for him, like switching to the manosphere and basically leaving all that spiritual shit behind and taking on this new, you know, red pill manosphere. I'm what you should be as a man to keep your woman. You know what I mean? And it worked for a while, and people thought that they had the perfect relationship. Him and his wife, they thought that what she was going through, giving birth at in a home pool, eating plant based foods and veggies, right? Like living the life that she was living. They thought it was all peaches and cream, when in reality, he was abusive the entire time. The entire time, which we know. He abused her before in the past, and she went and told a neighbor, and their Ring camera or somebody filmed it and posted online because she didn't want the neighbors to post a video or take down. Like it was some situation 4, 5, 6 years ago, and she had a black eye then, right? And I'm gonna show you all the picture from all them years ago as well. I have the video that I did about it. Okay, so let's get into what she said online. Oh yeah, and you could tell that she's not really interested in him. She chose him. She had kids with him, so she tried to make it work as long as she could. So here's a new post. So let's dive into it. So she says a new chapter. After nearly 8 years, I made a difficult decision to end my relationship with the father of my children and step into a new chapter of my life. For 1 second, guys. Let me get my laptop charger. Y'all can read to yourselves real quick. All right, guys. Let me get this charger plugged in. My bad. Y'all like the video, man? Y'all hit subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I got more content coming. I'm working on thumbnails, pictures, and intros right now. So stay tuned. They're gonna be posted very soon. But like I said, I'm still gonna cover some of the stuff as it continues to go along, but only the major stuff. Yeah, and shout out to Self Forever, man. Shout out to you. Long time no see. But look, like I was saying, like this girl's no different than Velvet. Hey, sorry about that. My shit died. So, like I was saying, like is I don't see this girl no different than I see everybody else, right? And like when it comes to all these people that started out in that community, um, she just stood down 10 toes the longest. She just stayed loyal um, longer than all the rest. And I guarantee you, the entire time that they were in a relationship, he was doing what he was doing to her. She wasn't enjoying it. It wasn't all peaches and cream. Yes, they made a lot of money. You know, she lives a life that a lot of women and men don't live. and will never live. So I mean, I guess that's a benefit. She has healthy children, so I guess that's a benefit. You know what I mean? So she, she's got some good things out of this relationship, this marriage with Yada. But I mean, we knew that this was gonna happen. And then as well, like was it last week or 2 weeks ago? He unfollowed, or they unfollowed each other, and then the only person that Yada was following was his other queen. So he has this another girl, this other wife, which we're gonna look into in another country, and that's where he's at right now, right? He's in some other country, trying to hide from these allegations, uh, and what's going on over here. Yada apparently beat on his wife and was abusing his wife the entire time, while she was pregnant and shit. Is basically what's going on. So let me show you that. I'll show you that photo, and then we'll read some of the comments and all that other stuff. So let's get into that. Yeah, look like he's fleeing the country. All right. So it says, I have made a difficult decision to end my relationship with the father of my children and step into a new chapter of my life. For years, I believed love meant fighting for your family. I gave all, I gave my all to our home, our children, our business, and protecting his reputation. I kept believing that we can make it through one more difficult season. Peace will meet us on the other side. But at 8 weeks postpartum, looking at the bruise on my face, oh damn. So I don't know when she just gave birth, but this must be recent then. Is looking at the bruise on my face, I had to stop calling it difficult season and tell myself the truth. It was domestic violence. My 20s were filled with business, babies, and bruises, building, giving, forgiving, leaving, returning, healing, and hoping. I didn't leave because I stopped loving him. I left because I realized that I continued to stay. Eventually, I would drown. The hardest part has been grieving about the future I imagine for our children, but one day they will understand that I chose their safety and my peace over a love story I desperately wanted to save. I've learned that people can change, people can heal, but you don't have to lose yourself waiting for them to do it. Loyalty should never require abandoning yourself. I don't share this for sympathy or tear down uh, or tear anyone down. What happened is my part of. Hold on a second. There we go. Sorry, I'm switching screens. I don't share the sympathy or to tear down or tear anyone down. And what happened is part of my story, but it will never become my identity. I am more than someone's wife. I am more than some. I am more than things I survived. I am a mother, a woman of faith, a visionary, a woman learning what it means to choose herself. Although this journey, the house of the divine, was born, I am turning my pain into my purpose, and my purpose into power for every woman who will one day need the courage, information, and resources I once searched for. During this difficult time, just know that I will be moving along. I ask everybody to respect how I tell my story, and when I tell my story, there are parts of this journey that I am still processing and healing from and learning how to put into words. For now, I am taking it literally day by day, and I'm allowing myself the grace to simply take each day as it comes, trusting God with every step ahead of me. This isn't the end of my story. It's simply the beginning of a chapter I never expected to write. I choose safely. I choose peace. I choose my children. I choose purpose. And finally, I choose me. Okay. So that's what she posted. Okay, let's get into the video. See what she has to say.
But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Yada. Everything. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff.
Oh, damn. So she moving out. Damn. So this is 4 hours ago. You see the bruise. So apparently Yada is away, like across country somewhere. I don't know where. He might be with his other wife, but apparently she's there getting all her stuff out while he's away at another country. So you can tell this is serious. Um, I don't know too much. I mean, I know somewhat about this girl. I don't know if she'll come back or what's gonna happen, but I do know that this is Yada's pattern, right? If y'all go back to his first wife or his first girl that he was living with, and then he took on this girl that y'all see here as his student back when he was a spiritual teacher, and then they went to whatever country they went to, and then they all got into a relationship, and then these two survived out of the people that he was hanging out with, and they've been together ever since, right? So, and then now he has another wife, and I don't know how long they've been together, and so on and so forth. But looks like he's out of the country with her. He says she better join the accounts.
I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm hurt. But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Yada. Everything. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm hurt.
So, so I'm assuming these are messages right here. So it says, just FYI, I have to find a way to get my mouth fixed fast. The night you hit me broke off the rest of my tooth, and I've been having severe pain since. It's infected, and it will cause my breast milk to become infected. He said, go to Dr. Gabe. That's best bet at the best price. She said, you were supposed to be there with me. You're supposed to always be my safe place. I hate that you did this to our family. Have a good day, yada. She said, I told you I didn't even like that girl. So this must be an argument about his wife. So you can see the bruising right there.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again, what would you tell him? What would be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I tried everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies. And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you, though. That's what I would say.
And if you were to never speak.
Damn, okay. So this was 4 hours ago. People are giving her support in chat. So the lady says his response was, go to Dr. Dave. I can't believe I ever fell for it after his last baby mama story. Even our NBA sessions, he would barely talk, let you talk, and was upset if I said I was on live with Miss Yada overall. Damn. Okay. Yeah, so they're giving her support in the chat. So let's see what. So she's lived a way better lifestyle than all the other people of that space that we've seen. Alrighty. So I did a video, and let me show y'all on the backstory of Yada. Shout out to everybody with the building, man. Like the video. And like I said, if anything like major happens, I'll come back and do a video about it. So I did this video back in 2024. Um, so you're gonna see go from a fake thug during today's live. But you hear that, right? So Yada, and look at his little gorilla tip fingernails, dead skin at the tip of his fucking finger. Like that's how you know blood ain't fully circulated through his fucking fingertips. Look how swollen they are. Like 4 or 5 little mini ass fat ass blunts right there you can just smoke on. But Yada had a murder case. We know other conscious individuals like Rashad Jamal had a murder case. We know Rod Hayes, who's a spiritual leader, right? Murdered somebody, served 16 years, right? We know young Pharaoh had a firearm, served what, 2.5 years. Why are all these guys that are conscious all of a sudden have all these murder charges? And then now after they, get free or get out of jail, now all of a sudden they gods, they spiritually enlightened. Very weird stuff.
You understand? When all this shit happened with the feds and all that shit, when them niggas got hit and all that good shit, I was already locked up. I mean, that's a blessing from God. He did. So when I come home, you know what I'm saying? I come out, I'm chilling with Woo. The next thing you know, I see these niggas trying to hit me in a motherfucking 6-man murder case. Talking about I was killing niggas from Cali, Detroit. And I'm like, how the fuck I was doing this? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We fought for a couple of years and God is good. And I'm still out here standing, still smiling, still screaming freedom up. Niggas know what it is, man. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful, man. We had a big ass party for a nigga, but I wasn't partying, man. I was just giving praise to God, man. I'm very thankful.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So what's up with Blue Da Vinci?
Shit, I seen the Loke, man. I seen Blue. You know, a lot of niggas out there still with Blue, man. You know, Blue laid back doing his thing, man, trying to stay out the way, man. Because you understand, homies came from the Fed.
Boy, he leaned all the way back. Boy, his big back is leaned all the way back against the damn couch. And the nigga slumped, man.
Shout out to my nigga Gaddafi, was cracking to him. But there's so many niggas that try to put shit on him. Some he did this, he did that. But like I tell the homies, man, like, you understand, man, if a nigga don't got 5K1 on their federal papers, so you can't say a nigga snitched or told or did what have you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of niggas talking this about Blue and talking that about Blue, but shit, Blue low key, cause he doing this thing, man. And I'm just waiting for the album to drop. I support my brother, man. I love my niggas, so niggas already know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's the move. When is his album supposed to drop?
Shit, I don't know, cuz got a couple of tracks that he spit to me, man, like in front of me, some crazy shit that
right. So this is the fat fake thug Yada. Okay, so like this dude shapeshifts more than a damn reptilian. Like I'm being dead ass serious, right? So okay, so he goes from that, and like I said, when I got the video of him with his wife, right? So here's a situation. So here's a situation with him beating on her the first time. For y'all, real quick.
Think you know, because one matter of fact, all I'm letting you know.
Screaming, he hit me, my baby's still in the
Okay, ma'am.
house. Oh my
So,
God, please call the police.
This could become a very civil issue, and not even from our end.
That's
This is
fine.
what I'm telling you.
That's fine.
Yada
It
has
could be a civil issue.
over 500,000 followers,
fucking scared.
and no, I'm
Got it.
this right
I didn't have
here.
to come to
Let's
this
be adults right now. I'm coming to you as a mature adult and a mother, saying that you're posting information and there's pictures. We have to actually hire gunmen now to stand around our house
Girl,
because our
bye.
stuff
You don't
has
need no
been
gun,
leaked
man. You
out.
need to get the hell away from that man that's beating your ass.
Okay,
That's
first
what
of all,
you need to
ma'am,
do.
I don't know
Don't be mad
exactly
about
what
me,
you're talking
because none
about.
of the stuff I
But if
posted
you
everything I
okay,
posted was
so
factual.
what I'm
I didn't
telling you,
post a picture.
right now
What
for
I'm
the
telling you-
safety.
Right, and then here's a black guy.
Before a child enters into this world, they are either cursed or blessed by the habits of the mother that they embody. The habits are the generational curses or the generational blessings that we pass down to our children. You, my beautiful queen, adjust your crown, remember who you are, and never forget it. Because you are your family's first line of defense. You are your family's mental immune system. You are your family's physical immune system. How you love yourself is going to be how you love everything around you. So if you really truly love your family, get yourself
You can see the black guy, right? So that's the Yada situation here. He's definitely a super fraud. But we're gonna get into this situation with him buying his mountain. The footage. So now this is back when Yada was on like the Hotep shit. He was on his Egyptian shit, right? He was doing debates with Brother Polite. He was on Sonetta. You know, this is that type of Yada. Back when he bought the mountain, he had the Yadian village. He took what was the dude's name? Olmec from Nature Boy's cult. Had him out there, weak, starving out with no fruit, no water and shit.
Everything's signed, everything's not there. It's beautiful. So beautiful, so happy. Thankful more than anything, praise to the Most High. You feeling it? You living it, all praise to the Most High. I'm thankful, I'm happy. I'm thankful you understand how thankful and happy I am. I put a lot of work in. People that follow me for years. Come on, I'm not showing improvement. Look at the growth. I do it for us. All praise to the Most High. I do it for us.
You are now listening to the one and only CCP.
Peace, family. About to take y'all to the newest purchase that the Yardines just purchased.
So this when Yada bought the mountain and shit. We'll fast forward it through here a little bit. He's just taking a trip to the mountain. So this is him after everything's built.
Peace, family. Right here, as you see, we got our own peppers growing. This is almost like the Garden of Eden. All praises be to the Most High. Almost every plant here is edible. We have mango tree here. This is another banana tree. As you can see, the bananas are growing in right here. It's here when the brothers or sisters come to get in tune or to detox or to get their bodies right. They'll stay here. It also comes with a private bathroom shower. Okay, family, this right here is our pyramid. It needs to be painted. It hasn't been painted in a very long time. But when the sun is at its highest, it gets very hot in there. So it's a great detoxifier. This is also another house. Majority of the time, we just hang plants in there. So it's good for breathing, meditation. And as you see, we have paintings on each of the buildings, just giving it very powerful, ancient energy. As we know, we must paint this. And this is our main home on the property. These are the rules. Because one must search for internal peace before all things. Two, if you cannot fall in love with yourself, you cannot fall in love with anything. Love is self.
The reason why he's left the States and all that is because he was basically into a knowledge off, right? Who has the yeah, he was competing with Nature Boy and Brother Polite and Pharaoh back in the day. Who had the most knowledge, man. So this is Yada during his Bubba, close the door. This is Yada during his Imhotep days, right? So, just to give you a background on who Yada is, the people he had and whatnot. So we went through this. We covered this part. He even had the. Let's see where else we have. I think we went through. The chain screaming and demanding that she open the door. The police were called, and they're now looking for him while he's hiding in St. Thomas with the church money. This lady does not know this man and was in fear for her life. Check the date on the footage, right? So this is 2019. So when Yada tells his little sympathy stories about how a woman tried to do this to him and do that to him, all that is cap. All that is a lie. Yada put his hands on the baby mom. Yada has domestic violence charges. Y'all can go look it up. Yada faced an ex-murder charge. Okay, and it's even got his wife, as y'all see here.
Think you know, because one matter of fact, all I'm letting you know. Screaming, he hit me, my baby's still in the house. Oh my God, please call the police. This could become a very civil issue, and not even from our end. This is what I'm telling you. Yada has over 500,000 followers. And no, I'm.
Right, so you see that, right? So this is her trying to do damage control about the body ring camera footage.
This right here. Let's be adults right now. I'm coming to you as a mature adult and a mother, saying that you're posting information and there's pictures. We have to actually hire gunmen now to stand around our house because our stuff has been leaked out. Okay, first of all, ma'am, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but if you everything else. Okay, so what I'm telling you right now for the safety.
All right, so y'all see that right there, right? And then this is the video of her black eye. I see you see her black eye right there, right? So that's after Yada punched her. And here's right. So I mean, this was earlier, a few years ago as well, right? So this situation keeps happening, right? And she said in her message that this is the last time that this is going to keep happening. You know that the life that she had with Yada was filled with all these things, and it was filled with bruises and shit like that. So that's what she said. That's what she said. So let's see what Yada is doing as well, because he trying to act like he basically trying to ignore this shit. To be honest with you, and hopefully she changes her name and moves on and shit. Hopefully she didn't sign a prenup. And hopefully she can take him and get, majority of the money, the house, the shit that's important. Let me see. All right, so let's check out this shit, okay? Because he gonna act like, and normally Yada will come out like come live and address this shit, but I guess he ain't doing that. Guess he got too much to lose. Right, so the last video that Yada posted was Yada 20 years ago. So people were talking about. Someone said you're gonna be canceled in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was 3 hours ago. Someone said the appearances of sides, they're crumbling. You need to hold yourself accountable and be honest. Nobody believes the act anymore. Your best bet is going live and just being real, apologizing to the public, and completely honest. Be a man that you appear to be. Integrity, fix your wrong. So we're looking for the comments that are within the last 4 hours. What's that for Queen Yada? Let's see what other comments people had. Someone said, once a thug, always a thug. Got a few comments. So people are starting to comment on this shit, right? So this is Yada. So look at him. So he's out the country. So he's somewhere. Look like he in Morocco or South Africa or Ethiopia. Look like he's somewhere, man. He's somewhere. Got somebody, paid some dudes, like some local dudes to the bodyguard for him. Like a couple dollars his way. His glass is crooked. All that. Right. Right. So he's smiling while his mother of his child is got black eyes and basically moving her stuff out. Crazy work, man. Yeah, we're about to get into that in a second. So he's chilling in whatever city that he's in, Senegal or wherever. Oh, he stopped following her.
Stop having sympathy for weak men. Because when you do, you invite the devil into your life. Now this man's competing with you, jealous over you, envious over you, and every time you're about to reach a goal, he sabotages it. When you're at peace, he starts arguments. When you want to take a vacation, he done spent money on something that's fraudulent. Understand who you are and understand your worth. You're no longer crying over a dusty bum. Your home is no longer shelters to homeless men. And I don't care if you're dealing with a man that has money. If he's cheap, he's a dusty bum. So start having sympathy for these type men. Because when a man loves you, he goes to war with the lowest parts of himself. When he
So the man loves you.
loves you, he goes
He beats on you.
to war when he sees tears drop from your eyes. A man that can't protect you from himself, his flaws, his shortcomings, can't protect you from anything. So no more having sympathy for weak men, because it invites the devil into your home. Have standards and have boundaries. And if they can't meet them or they cross them, you cut them out your...
So look at that.
Stop asking her what's on her mind if you're going to cut her off every 5 seconds. She didn't volunteer this information. You came to her, you asked her what's on her mind. When she starts to tell you about what's on her mind or how you make her feel, you make it all about you. And this is when women start to detach because they don't feel safe emotionally. And when a woman doesn't feel safe emotionally, she becomes guarded. She can't be soft and guarded, respectful and guarded, patient and guarded. No, she's on the defense. Now you're seeing a version of her that you dislike because you created it from not giving her a listening ear. And guess what? It's free. You men complain about women being gold diggers, but when it's time for you to give her something that's free, you still refuse. Ladies, never, ever stay with a man that's not even willing to listen to you. All praises.
That's crazy, bro. All this shit he talking and he over here beating his wife. That's crazy, right? It's like all the advice that he think he giving, he needs to take himself.
Never play mommy to no man. If his mother couldn't do it, there's nothing you can do. If he's down on, look, baby, I need some money for gas. No, that's not your responsibility.
This shit crazy.
Stop trying to teach a man how to love you, how to show up for you, how to be there for you. It's impossible. You can't teach a man how to love you because a man loves through his actions. And if you watch the way he treats you, listens to the way he speaks to you, he is showing you how much he values you in his life. When a man really loves you, he doesn't have to be told anything. He just does. And you have to be mindful because it's dangerous trying to teach a man how to love you because you're teaching a man how to use you against you. So when it's time for you to leave, he knows what to say, how to hold you, how to appear to be there for you. Now it's making it harder for you to leave a man that's truly your enemy. When a man loves you, he shows you through his actions how much he values you, how much he appreciates you. So if you have to keep repeating the same thing over and over.
That's crazy, trying to teach somebody when he ain't doing shit. He doing worse. Modern men don't want women, they want men.
Scream that there's no more good women, they're actually saying, I cannot make a woman feel safe. When the woman is safe, when a woman is safe and secure in the presence of a man, the better she becomes, the more feminine she becomes, the softer she becomes, and the more submissive she becomes. A woman will not submit, a woman will not respect, a woman will not listen to or follow behind a man when she doesn't feel safe. So when a man says there's no more good women, he's actually saying, I am too weak. I am too dusty. I am too selfish to make a woman feel safe on all levels. I'm too weak. I'm too needy to make a woman feel secure on all levels. And these are dusty bums. These are dusty bums on each and every level, because a real man knows, if I want my woman to be better, if I want my woman to be softer, I have to make her feel safe and secure on all levels. You men are unable to love a woman mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, intellectually, emotionally, and financially. Then you want to get upset. Oh, she doesn't follow my lead. She doesn't listen to me. She overspeaks me because she's been the leader in the relationship the whole time. You men are dusty, dusty, dusty men, and you need to get cleansed. You guys need to be dusted off, because if you want her to be softer, more submissive, more beautiful, and more better, make her feel safe on all levels. All praises. They scream that there's no more good women, they're actually saying, I cannot make a woman feel safe. When the woman is safe, when a woman Good women are mostly single. Good women are mostly single because they know their self-worth and their value. And they're not allowing a man to come into their life and just tell them anything. Now you have to be the man that you said you were. You have to be able to lead. You have to be able to understand emotional intelligence. You have to be able to nurture her feminine. She's not allowing you to come into her life and be a feminine man because she understands that she was born to be a feminine woman. She knows she was born to dwell in her feminine. So if you come to her halfway stepping, she's going to get rid of you. And they talk about, where are the good women at? The good women are by themselves. The good women value their peace. They know their worth, and they're not taking care of no grown man. They know if you come into their life needy, you can go by yourself. They're not tolerating disrespect. So anytime they talk about where are the good women at, they're by themselves. Why are they by themselves? Not because there's something wrong with them, it's because something wrong with you.
But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Yada. Everything. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm hurt. But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Yada. Everything. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again, what would you tell him? What would be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I tried everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself and I have to protect our babies. And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you though. That's what I would say.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again.
Right. So she finally says she's done. Let's see if she remains true to her word. I mean, I hope, I hope she does. I mean, it's gonna be drastically different being a single mom. You know, some people, they may not be. See, she posting the other story. Let's see what this is. 1 second. 1 second. Let me see what this is. Oh, it's a fundraiser. Oh wow. Okay, let's check this out. So she has a GoFundMe. Let's see what it's about. Asia, okay, let's see. In Asia, I'm creating this fundraiser because I know firsthand how difficult it is to leave a domestic violence situation. I recently made a painful decision to leave that kind of environment and relocate my children to create a safer, more stable future for our family. That experience changed me. It also showed me how many barriers women face when trying to get out of domestic violence. It's not always physical. Financial abuse can be devastating when accessing money, housing, transportation, and control. Anyway, someone can about the situation. Let's read some more. This fundraiser is focused on helping women who are trying to get safety in between again. So I'm confused about this GoFundMe. Hey, that's what I'm thinking. Exactly, Sunflower. That's what I'm thinking. Because it's like based off the money and the videos that I've seen, like y'all you should have money to get away. You know what I mean? I get if he, you know, stopped your joint card from working. I get if he was like fucking with your bank and shit. And was doing some devious shit like that. But for you to create this GoFundMe for only 8,000 to go help other women, like, do you need it for yourself? Or is this like it is like you got to focus on leaving your situation, healing your situation before you go out and try to help others, right? Like you should focus on getting therapy, getting your situation taken care of before you want to go and help women and start, you know, fundraising for, you know, helping women and things like that. This is just in my opinion. Just seems a little odd for me. You know what I mean? Shit crazy. Is that prop money? Yeah. I mean, gotta be. So that's the fundraiser. So she posted this. Let me show you. Yep. It said, "You gave me courage to leave my DV relationship. Last year wasn't easy, but the other side has been so much brighter. I just want to say thank you for being you. You've been my silent mentor for a while now. I know you don't know me, but sis, I'm proud of you. Proud of us. Your motivation to so many. I know this new chapter is going to be the best thing." Okay, so she's getting support. So hopefully, you know, she sticks to what she says. But let me find that video though where he says he pays his. Let me find that video of Yada where Yada says he pays for that. Where he pays her like $1 million to give birth or some shit. Like, let me find that video. Because she should definitely have money to lead a situation. Plus, with him being out the country, it's like the perfect time to leave. So let me take a find that video. After he moved into his girl's house, this shit crazy. He moved into his girl's house, and now he's telling other men not to move into their house. I get you a short king, 5'8" under. That's hilarious. Let me see this.
Ladies, get you a short king. These tall men think they're the prize. They're tall and emotional, tall and broke, tall and traumatized. When a man steps into your life, he ain't playing about you. Give me your bills. Give me all your worries. Let me elevate you. Baby, I love you. Come here. Let me adore you.
Mind, the entire time, he's putting his hands on her. Crazy work.
Ladies, get you a short king. These tall men.
Somebody got jumped by 12 Dusty Bones.
Women are expensive, but no man wants to have this conversation. Her peace costs, her softness costs, her patience.
Let me find that video. Try not to get the babies in there. Yeah, bro. There was one video that I seen where he had, $300,000 in the bank. No data.
How much money should a man have before he gets into a relationship?
At minimum, a man should have $300,000 US in his savings account. 50,000 of that goes to your new bride. Before y'all get married here, I love you, here's 50,000. The other 50,000 go on a deposit of your new family house. Another 50,000 furnishes that new family house. Another 50,000 you should be able to live off for the first 6 months of your new marriage. And another 100,000 goes into your savings account for business expenses, emergencies, so have you. But if you really want to step into the real leagues when men are handling their business, you should have at least 1 million to 3 million in your savings account before you even entertain a woman, period. It's time for us.
Boy, we don't sit just stupid that down. Talking about 300K. I swear, there's a video of him having handing like a double bag of cash to his wife, talking about, here's your payment for giving birth or some shit. I remember that video. But if I can't find that, I'm not going to stress about it.
This is what hoe ass niggas do when you don't want to be with them no more. This is what hoe ass niggas do. Bitch made ass niggas. This is what y'all do to a single mother of two. This is how niggas do me, G. This is how motherfuckers do me and my kids, bro. But I swear to God, G, it's cool. It's all right. It's okay. This how a nigga do me. This how a bitch ass nigga do me. Broke my phone.
Now that shit is crazy as hell. Fuck that dude. Straight up.
Something is deeply wrong with the heterosexual men. They hate women. They want the woman to cook for them, clean for them, have sex with them, but they don't want to respect them. They don't want to provide for them. They don't want to be loyal to them. And we can't say these men are gay undercover, because gay men are loyal to women. They love women. They compliment women. They're always around women, but something's deeply wrong with the conscious mind or the subconscious mind of the heterosexual man. And then you allow these women to have your children, and then you scream you hate them, and then you leave them, and then you don't provide for them, and then you get older, and then you go after a woman half your age, and then you break that woman, and then when she gets to the age around 29 to 35, you call her bitter and ran.
Literally what he's going through right now is what he, like, literally what he's talking about is what he did to his first baby mom. Then he met this Asia girl, was originally his student. Then they got together, and the same shit that he talking about, he's doing the same exact shit.
And through, because you chose a young woman that trusted you, maybe because she had father issues, and you broke her.
Like he did with his girl, man, beating on her, putting his hands on her, all types of shit.
Stop having sympathy for weak men, because when you do, you invite the devil into your life. Now this man's competing with you, jealous over you, envious over you, and every time you're about to reach a goal, he sabotages it. When you're at
Look at this.
Don't send her a good morning text. Send her some money. She's working full time. She's exhausted. And the only person she's ever had to depend on is herself. Don't send her some roses. She'll like it, but send her to the spa. She's been on her feet all month trying to make 2 ends meet. You can't tell me you love her if you're not giving her money. Because when a man loves a woman, he removes her worries without her asking him to do it. Because
so
a woman that's been on her own for so long.
Yeah, so it was $250K a year. It was $250K a year. Look, he talking all this shit about loving a woman, and he beat on his woman. He beat on his queen, and then dipped off to another country. This shit crazy. Now let me show y'all this shit. So she wrote a whole like manifesto almost.
I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm hurt. But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Everything. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again, what would you tell him? What would be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I tried everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies. And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you, though. That's what I would say.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again, what would you tell him? What would be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I tried everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies. And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you, though. That's what I would say.
And if you were to never speak to Yada,
Damn. And what's crazy is that women were actually believing that Yada was like authentic with what he's saying. Like people actually like believe what he was saying was some real shit. When in reality, it was all just pandering. It was all just saying what they want to hear, so that he can make money and live the lifestyle that he claims that he's given to his wife. When in reality, the only thing he given to his wife is a fist to the face. Is a fist to the face, man. It's crazy. And this ain't the first time, guys. This ain't the first time he put his hands on her. I mean, this has happened multiple times. Multiple times. So let me show this, while we're all up in the building as well. So some people only know Yada from like the Manosphere, like the 50-50 stuff. Some people didn't know him before. So these were situations where
a child enters into this world, they are either cursed or blessed by the habits of the mother that they embody. The habits are the generational curses or the generational blessings that we pass down to our children. You, my beautiful queen, adjust your crown. Remember who you are and never forget it. Because you are your family's first line of defense. You are your family's mental immune system. You are your family's physical immune system. How you love yourself is going to be how you love everything around you. So if you really, truly love your family, get yourself together.
All right, so you can see
only do
black
things
eye,
that
right?
make you greater. Only eat things
I'm
mentally
not tripping,
and
right?
physically.
So yeah, Yada. Don't try to act like these women did this shit to you. And nah, bro, you was on your shit, man. You was an alcoholic, and you had your own cult, which we're gonna get into in a second, right? One of his cult members. So this is his little Yadian restaurant that he built in Ecuador when he, bought his mountain. Let me show you. First of all, like always, the short kings, man, that be talking the most shit. See, this is why, like, I don't believe like any of the high value shit that y'all be preaching and the queen shit. Like, this is how she was hanging. Like, she was never like immaculate. Like, she was never like living that type of lifestyle. $100,000 like life. No, never. Look, coochie hanging out, moose knuckle, camel toe. This is the shit that they was doing. Okay, so let's check out one of Yada's posts.
Sorry, guys.
Okay?
I was roasting more too hard.
The Yadian Village of Health and Wellness, Ecuador, is no longer free, and I'll be no longer doing free retreats within the United States. From now, what I've like recent experience, it brings out the wrong type of people. From a sister that I've only seen 3 times in my whole life, lying to the world about a full-blown relationship, that are 6 feet tall to the world, and I jumped on and insulted them. And when I say jump, I mean literally. I've invested so much time and money traveling, being away from my family, allowing myself to be easy target. Right. So this is Yada's post about not accepting students or free retreats. Okay. Now, this right here is one of Yada's students, who they refer to themselves as the Yadian men. Okay. The Yadian men. Now let me send that photo over and we'll read the post. And he'll tell you what all they do within the Yada cult. Okay. 1 second. This is from Yada. Okay. So this is the same post that y'all see, but this is the very beginning. As a Yadian men, we are not allowed to complain and make excuses. We are not allowed to start GoFundMe accounts. We are not allowed to get into relationships until we're able to provide for ourselves and another person. So this is how he was running his little cult on top of the Ecuadorian mountain. They weren't allowed to get no cootie. He separated the men and the boys, right? Same shit that we see a lot of these cults do, from the Nuwapians, from the fucking Jim Jones shit to the David Koresh shit. Like the separation of men and women, that is the biggest red flag that all these guys tend to do, is because if you separate them and create division, then they can no longer team up against you and take you down if you are that type of threat. You want to call in? I can drop the link and you can come up and definitely give your breakdown of your thoughts on the situation. Let me drop the link 1 second. So let's read this, these rules for the Yadian men. So they're not allowed to date women until they're able to provide for themselves, which, if you know Yada, right, he had them like living in the jungle doing nothing, so they weren't making no money. We are not allowed to speak down on any woman that we have ever been with, regardless of what they say about us. We are not allowed to go back and forth with men because we know that that's not that they're not properly prepared to take it to the level that we are. We are not allowed to entertain women unless we can provide her every need. So this is the cult shit, right? We're not allowed to entertain women unless we provide every need, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. If confronted with death, we are not allowed to beg for our lives. So this is like, when we're confronted with death in Yada's cult, the Yadian Nation is what he called it. You aren't allowed to even beg for your life if you're in a life or death situation. It's crazy. It's crazy as fuck. We eat strict unless it's a celebration. We take care of our mothers. We must own a business and be building a business to make over 6 figures a year. We are not allowed to gossip nor entertain gossip, right? Which is, Yada would consider what I'm doing gossip because I'm exposing and, talking shit and roasting. So he had an issue against gossipers and like in the blog channels because they exposed his ass years ago. But now it seemed like people forgot and it's kind of like been buried in all the other videos since the years have passed. And people are now believing that he's a high value man. So we're not allowed to let another woman reach in her purse or pay for anything. We're not allowed to abandon our children. We're not allowed to react to any situation out of emotion. If our brothers are unable to provide, we put them on our shoulders and we pledge this in blood with 290-degree angles that sit on top of our flag and rest on our chest. All praise be to the Most High, Yada. Right. So this is Yada's student right here. Okay, which we'll get into. And as you see, right, he got Yada's flag tatted on his chest. So a lot of the members that were serious got tattoos of Yada's flag, his Yadian Nation flag, on their chest. Okay. So, yeah, man, Yada was in some fuck shit before he shapeshift and became this new manosphere teacher, this Mr. High Value man. Okay. Which is crazy work, man. It's crazy work. But let's get back into the video.
Peace. Yeah, brother. Peace, family. Now this is some homemade salad dressing. I added one plum tomato, diced it. Added
So this is back when Yada
sea salt, some cayenne pepper, cayenne for those that understand what that is. And some sea salt.
so this is back when Yada was in a poly relationship with a few women.
Love is calling your name. Oh, okay. This is against his homemade salad dressing, family. Homemade salad dressing, 1 plum tomato, 1 small mango, cayenne pepper, sea salt, basil, and oregano, I believe. You can season how you want to. Can you pass me that bowl? Oh, praise be to Most High. Oh, praise be to Most High. Yeah. And I'll just get whatever's left in here. And this is why I serve myself last, so I can make sure everybody gets what they deserve. Even if I have to take shorts, as you see how small my plate is compared to everybody else's plate. If I consider myself to be the leader, I must lead. And when you are a leader, you must make sacrifices so that your family unit is running smoothly. So I always serve myself in small portions. I let them eat, and when they say, "Oh, I'm not eating," then I'll add extra food to my plate. If I'm even hungry,
That's the wildest.
That's what you see.
Shout out to you, brother. Hopefully you're doing okay. Hey, King Ike, what you doing?
I want you to witness my teachings. I want you to see it.
So the purpose of this video, guys, normally I be roasted and on Yada's ass with the roast and jokes and shit like that. But this live, I want to kind of show the people in the manosphere, right? Because I'm not a manosphere. I'm from a different community when it comes to my content. But Yada is from my community. Since 2020, he recently shapeshifted into this manosphere, Mr. High Value man, wants to teach about dating and marriage. And before that, he was abusing his wives. He actually has charges on his record. He actually faced a murder charge when he was a fake gangster, a fake thug known as Shorty G, right? He had multiple wives, and one of his wives was a sex cult leader's wife who's now locked away in Georgia for life for what he did to his cult. Okay? Yada was friends with Brother Polite, and we all know Brother Polite when it comes to the abuse and the molestation of children of one of his girls. We know Yada to be hanging out with Young Pharaoh, and we know how Young Pharaoh crashed and burned and was a scammer, right? So Yada was scamming from our community, selling fake herbs and fake rejuvenation programs and shit like that to Black women, not realizing that it's not working, it's not helping. And he doesn't have any actual degrees. He don't have any actual, is it I'm not sending that the Apple and Eve photo? He don't have a lab. He didn't do no tests, no nothing to verify if he's really healing people, but he's claiming it, right? And he's making millions of dollars off of black women and this idea that he's healing all these people, when in reality, there's no test results, there's no lab reports, like there's no he don't even have his own lab to study medicine or study disease, but to even know right how to specifically heal, let's say jaundice, or how to heal, let's say lupus. He has never studied what lupus looks like under a microscope and sees what elements react with lupus on a cellular level to be able to heal and stop the problem. He's never done none of that shit. And this is my problem with Yada. And now when he's doing the Manosphere, now he's doing all these podcasts, he's doing all these debates, and it's like, bro, only if y'all knew who this dude was. Only if y'all knew the type of fraud shit, the fake ass dude, the fake ass clown shit he was into before, y'all wouldn't even have to do it on your panel. But I get it though, right? Because he has 1 million followers on Instagram, almost 1 million followers on Facebook, 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. I get it though, right? So you're gonna pull it up for the views and his audience. But if y'all had any type of authenticity about your platforms, if y'all really trying to teach the people receiving rotten Apple and Eves, shit being broken, shit not being shipped, okay? There's a lot of exposed videos about this shit, but I just wanted to give you one example because it's too much, there's too many shits to go into. So this lady says, okay, my daughter bought a jar of Apple and Eve. It tastes revolting. No due date either, right? So this thing don't have no due date, no nutritional facts, right? And that's why the FDA is fucking with Yada's shit, and that's why he's trying to get around the shit. And you can see, obviously, the shit don't look like it's advertised. You obviously see that it's rotten. It's not the same shit. Like, that's what he's feeding people. And this whole, like, bro, it's crazy. And he made millions of dollars. Millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's Yada's history, man. And like I said, that's the update with what's going on with his wife. She seems to be moving on. Hopefully she sticks with what she says she's going to do and moves on for the better. Typically in situations like we've seen these people that come from this conscious Hotep spiritual sector, they tend to go back and forth. You know what I mean? So we'll see. And like I said, if Yada responds or anything else happens, I'll give you an update. See you guys later. Peace. Like I said, I'm going to be changing my thumbnails and like everything in a few days. Then I'm gonna be posting how things are gonna be going on this channel. Peace, guys. I'll see y'all later. Like the video, share the video, and leave a comment.